Hello everyone, welcome to another track guide for the Simhound Academy from oNiD Racing. We are at COTA and we are in the GT3 class ready for the next season here with LeMans Ultimate. This is a quick track guide just to give you a rough reference for braking points, for things to look out for when learning the track to get you up to speed. So we'll get going. So as you come down the main straight, you want to be keeping to the right hand side. Looking for your first braking point, which is the 100 marker or the second Rolex sign. Whichever one you're comfortable with is the one to use. When you hit the brakes, you want to aim your car towards the corner a bit, because the goal is to just clip this inside curb, just clip the sausage, and as you come off, get on the throttle as quick as you can to give yourself the best launch out the corner possible. You can use the exit curb, but don't run too wide because you will break track limits. For this one, you want to get turned in real early, get yourself over to the right hand side ready for the S's, probably the trickiest complex of the track, but as you'll see, you want to cut this first curb as much as you can without breaking track limits, and halfway between this curb and the next one, you want to give a dab of the brakes and get turned in. Cut as much of the curb as you can without breaking track limits. Halfway between the curbs again, you want to give a dab of the brakes. Cut the curb as much as you can without breaking track limits yet again. With this one, just before you reach the curb, just as you're approaching it, you want to give a dab of the brakes, get the car turned in, and the goal is to hug the curb, come out wide, and then cut the last part of it to give you the best run through the corner. As you will see, this part of the curb you want to cut across, make sure you don't cut it too much where you will invalidate the lap, but that will give you the best line through. And as you come round, you want to keep to the right hand side, and just before you reach the flag marker on the right hand side, you want to give a quick dab of the brakes just to get the car turned in for the left hand corner. It is very tempting to cut this left hand corner, and you can to an extent. Don't cut it too much because you will invalidate the lap, but you need to take a chunk out of it to keep the momentum going. So as you come round, as this curb on the right ends and this one begins, is when you just want to be giving the car a dab of the brakes, just get the nose turned in, and really you want to be hugging this curb right the way around. As you straighten out, you want to be straight over to the left. Again, very tempting to cut this inside curb. Cut it a bit, not too much because you will invalidate the lap. And you want to be feathering the throttle as you come through. Run wide, you can use the exit curb but don't go too wide. Coming down to the tight hairpin, your braking point, the second mortal sign or the 100 meter board on the fence is when you want to be hitting the brakes. So unlike the hypercar in the GT3, I don't cut over the sausage. I do miss the apex by quite a bit here, but the goal is just to clip this inside curb, get the car rotated as much as you can, and as you just approach where the curb is, you want to be on the throttle, giving yourself the best launch out of the corner. You can use the exit curb here, but don't run too wide because you will break track limits. And as you come down the straight, you want to be positioning your car over to the right. Specifically in the GT3, into the braking zone, I will straddle over the curb. I will have one set of wheels on the tarmac, the other side over the curb, looking for the braking point, which is between the second and the third Michelin board. About halfway between them two is when you want to be hitting the brakes. And again, as you pass the last Michelin sign, you want to get turned in, looking to clip the inside of this curb, get turned in as much as possible, and as you go over the curb you want to be on the throttle, giving yourself the best launch out the corner you can. Then you want to be straight back over to the left, looking for this white line here, it is at this white line. You just want to give a dab of the brakes, get the car slowed down and turned in. You want to just clip the sausage as you come round, and as you come off the sausage, as you come off the curb, you want to be back on the throttle, giving yourself a good launch out, looking for the braking point, which is as this curb ends and the next one begins. Any point between there, you can hit the brake. You want to try brake as much in a straight line as you can, so you don't lose too much speed. You do have to turn somewhat, and then you want to get turned in nice and early. Again, aiming to cut this curb here. Just clip the sausage, because the goal is as soon as you come off the curb to get back on the throttle and give yourself the best launch out the corner you can. Straight back over to the left, because as you'll see there's a white line at the side of the track here. That is when you want to get turned in for the long right-hander. And the goal is to not quite clip the first bit of apex, but the second bit just here. You want to feather the throttle. This is the bit you want to clip. And you feather the throttle as you go around, and then once you come off this curb, you want to be full throttle all the way around, getting over to the right hand side. Halfway between the two Ava signs is when you want to be getting onto the brakes. Ready for the second to last turn. You can cut this curb, you can even go over the sausage if you want to. It won't unsettle the car. Just don't break track limits, because you will invalidate the whole lap if you go a bit wide there. Same with the exit here. Use the exit curb, but don't go too wide, because you will lose the whole lap. And your braking point for the last turn, this little path here just after the Ava sign, is when you want to be getting on the brakes, turned in, cut the inside curb as usual, and that gives you a good run. What I will do now is I will go back and show you a lap without me going on, and then I will show the exterior so you can see the placement of the car. And now I will go back and show you the exterior of the car so you can get a good reference of the car's positioning. And that is a track guide of COTA in the GT3 class, almost full fuel with a fixed default setup. As usual, coaching will take place on Tuesday evening around 7:40 UK time. There will be a second coaching session on Thursday around the same time, which will be held by Baskar. So I hope this video has helped you get up to speed with COTA and it helps you prepare for the race next week. So thank you for watching and I'll see you later on.